Oh, hi, Scott here, and I'm in Bucharest, Romania today. Been here for a few days with Elizabeth. Let's show you what we've been doing. So here we are in the centre of Bucharest, and that's where the city is, 1,000 miles to the east there, not too far from the Black Sea coast. Quite close to the Ukraine, really. And this is Leeds Bradford Airport, where Wizz Air now has a reasonable number of Central European flights following the closure of its base at Doncaster. We did fly on Wizz. It was okay. Leeds to OTP, which is the code for Bucharest, about 3 hours. And arrival at this doesn't look like a real communist-era airport. The Henry Coanda Airport, just north of town. I think about 10 miles north of town, and quite drab and low ceiling, as you can see. Home of many low-cost airlines, as well as Tarom, which is the state-run airline. And a bit of a strange, we took a Bolt to our hotel from here. Quite a strange situation. The Bolt driver turned up and was a bit grumpy, and then this random stranger gave him a bollocking, and he was fine after that. So the equivalent of about $20 to the city centre. It takes about half an hour. This is our hotel, the Hilton Garden Inn in Old Town, right at the centre of Bucharest. That's the Romanian Central Bank, which is next door. And this is the lobby, as you can see, quite nice and fresh, quite newly done. And this is the room, which was fine. It was comfortable, a little bit small, but that's often the case, isn't it, in Central European cities. Nice view there over the aforementioned Central Bank and some other buildings looking a little bit drab. And there's the rest of the room, as you can see. Yeah, really comfortable. Nice fresh bathroom, as you can see. Very comfortable, very clean. It was absolutely fine for the 3 nights that we were staying there. So Bucharest is a city of 2 million people out of a country total of 19 million. The currency is the lei, which is equivalent to 17 pence or 22 cents. It uses a standard Euro plug and has a voltage of 230 volts and is 2 hours ahead of the UK, drives on the right, and is a member of the EU and NATO. It's been a democracy since the 1990s. Before that, this gentleman was in charge, and he came to an end, was deposed in Christmas. That's him and his wife, and suffice to say, he didn't get to see Boxing Day, and I won't show the rest. And we're about to go and see, actually, the former home of the former dictator of Romania, Nicolae Ceausescu, the Casa Ceausescu, which has been preserved as he left it pretty much, and shows really the opulent lifestyle that he led, while his people had a lifestyle which was not anywhere near as nice. So we took the metro to get there. Single ticket on the metro, 3 lei, which is that's less than 60 pence, I think. And it's a pretty efficient system, the Bucharest metro. We just had to go a couple of stops. We had to go up to the Aviatolarilla. Maybe I'll show you. What's that? 1, 2, 3 stops, I think, pretty much, from the university stop. It has 4 lines: red, green, yellow and blue. So it looks like it's the blue line. And here we go. That's which is a rather pleasant sort of domestic or residential, I would say, area of Bucharest, where the Casa Ceausescu is located. It's between the UN building and the embassy of Qatar. And the government have now set up a little museum that allows you to go on a guided tour all the way through and see how the Ceausescus lived, essentially while their people had a far more basic standard of living in the time that he was in charge of the country. Now, his wife, I believe, was his deputy. Anyway, so a bit of information. It's 65 lei to get in. It closed on Mondays and is open otherwise between 10 and 5 in the evening. As I was saying, his wife, other than being his wife, was a Communist Party official, so she received the same fate as him in Christmas of 1989. He had a bit of a taste for exotic animals. There's a peacock there, as you saw, and we're all waiting here for our guide to pick us up and to start taking us through. Elizabeth with her Primark bag, and you'll see some photographs and some film as we go through. It is they weren't that keen on videoing, so that's why there's some stills, and you can see a little bit garish. That chessboard was presented by the President of Russia, but actually was bought in London apparently. And modern television there. Don't know what that guy's doing. And here we are upstairs now. We're looking at the bathrooms, and I think one of the things that's interesting is look at the gold-plated taps on the in the bathroom there. That's the presidential bathroom. Now Elizabeth, she didn't mind the garden, but I think not really her thing. Let's be honest, that's not the face of someone who's thoroughly enjoying their morning, is it? But anyway, she perked up a little bit when we saw his wife's collection of clothes, which was extensive. Shoes and bags and clothes and everything else. This is the sauna.
Water procedures, in the right sauna, in the left sun panel or solar sun lamp. If you are down here.
Okay, you heard the voice of our guy there. Look at the pool. Very nice. And then outside into the gardens. And the tour lasted about 40 minutes, I would say, and it was long enough. You got to see quite a high proportion. This is on the way out. These are the photographs of Ceausescu with not a great list of people. Kim Il-sung there, Mao Zedong, Fidel Castro. Yeah, it's not a great list, is it? It's not a great list, but there we go. So after that, back onto the metro and a bit of shopping. So we went to the AFI Casa Ceausescu, which is one of the biggest shopping centres in Bucharest, and a nice little skating rink downstairs, food court as you can see with all of popular brands. One that you might not have heard of, Mr. Corny. I've never seen this before. They sell one thing, which was, and it was frozen, it was sweet corn that you put in, and that guy who's buying it looks a bit startled, doesn't he? Looks like you'd have it big or large, sweet corn. But anyway, this is Elizabeth's favourite shop, Half Price. We've been in Half Price in Bratislava, in Poland as well. She loves this place, and look at the size of it. It's sort of Eastern European TK Maxx, and it is vast. Look at the shoe area there. We spent about an hour in there. I think we spent longer in there than we did at the Casa Ceausescu, if I'm honest. Marginally more shoes than were at the Casa Ceausescu. And yes, we also found Primark, just opened, and Elizabeth wanted a quick look, and she did. There is also an M&S if you're interested. So let's talk food. First of all, breakfast. This was at the Hilton and was included in the rate. The usual choice of ham, cheese and salad items, bread. There were some hot options as well. Just under there's some eggs and bacon and stuff. I concocted a bit of a bacon sandwich and had some bread and ham and cheese with it. Very nice. And then other restaurant options for the evening or at lunchtime. We recommend this one, the Martina Pizzeria. This was very good. 2 pizzas, 2 drinks, £23. Really good. And it was in the old town, really convenient. And then a local chain, Italian local chain. Italian seemed very big in Romania. Buongiorno, a risotto, a pizza, 2 drinks. That was about £29. Our favourite was this place here, which is called the Noa Resto Club. And really atmospheric, a little bit dark. Apologies for that, as you can see. And Elizabeth had a Japanese noodle type bowl. I had a local delicacy, pork knuckle with some mashed potatoes, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Service was good there, but otherwise not great. A bit brusque throughout the city, really. Don't make the same mistake that we did. Don't get enticed to go by someone on the door telling you to come in. We found this place not very good. Service a bit poor. And you see Liz not happy. So Elizabeth, how would you characterise the standard of service in Romania?
Okay.
Okay, as in... We spent quite a lot of time just walking around Old Town and the wider Bucharest area. This is Old Town, and it's pretty nice in place. Now, bring some good, comfortable footwear. As you can see, you can probably see the pavement quality variable there. Quite a few little potholes, so do be careful as you walk around. But we like just walking around and having a little drink and pavement cafes or whatever. The town is very much being almost refurbished, almost the whole city is being refurbished, as you can see from there. So you've got areas which are really nice and pristine and fresh, but then you can turn around a corner and you'll see quite the opposite. It is the country's capital city, and that's its primary focus. It is not a Krakow or someone like that, which has a charm to it. It is quite very much a working city, I would say, first and foremost. So bear that in mind when you go. And as I said, you'll find some lovely bits with lots of character, lots of charm, and then you'll turn a corner and you'll find a bit of a grotty place. So bear that in mind, bring comfortable footwear and just have an open mind. It is certainly worth just getting out and having a little walk around. Now, regular viewers won't be surprised to hear that I found a few nice places to have a beer. There seems to be a really good, thriving beer scene around town. This is Ground Zero Beer, which is just around the corner from the hotel in Old Town. Really good selection. They brew their own beer. Those bottles are all theirs there, and they have a large. You can have a large beer there for about 25 Lee, which is about between £4 and £5, I think, isn't it? Quite a nice place to pause for a little while and have a beer. That's a small one I'm having there. And then you've got some food on as well, burgers from about 42 Lee, and the food looked pretty good, I have to say. It got busier. This was sort of late afternoon, so that's why it was quite quiet, and as you can see, I'm happy to carry on sampling. So another place. Now, I didn't do all this in the same day. It looks like I'm on a giant bender. I'm really not. This was the next night. The ironic tap room. As you can see, the gentleman there rather precariously changing the beers on the sign, and lots of selection. Again, they brew their own beer, and it was a lot busier, this one. Really thriving, this place seemed to be. They also had some food. Now, worth noting that the beer sizes, small and large, is 200ml and 400ml, so it's not quite pint and half pint that we're comparing here. I don't know why I stuck my finger up, but there we go. And again, another nice juicy IPA that I've got there. That was a large one. And then certainly the quirkiest place I found is this one here, and this place is called the No Room Tap Room, and it is exactly that. There's no room really inside it to sit down. It's just a small, very small shop area where they've got a number of taps, as you can see there, and there are the offerings. A little bit cheaper. These are all about 17 Lee each, and as I said, there's nowhere really to sit down inside, so you sit outside amongst the in this case I think amongst the police sirens, and as you can see, I seemed to be quite happy. So that was pretty much it. Next morning we had a very early start. That's about 3:30 outside our hotel. We had booked an Uber to take us to the airport, but as you can see, there were loads and loads of taxis around. Quite nice at night, as you can see. The airport was very, very busy, even at that time of the morning. We queued for check-in and we queued for security, but we got through in time. Just bear in mind, it's a very, very expensive airport for food and drink, so don't plan to do any eating there unless you want to spend quite a bit. Hope this has been of some interest to you. I would recommend Bucharest as a destination. Do give it a try, and once again, thanks for watching. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider subscribing to this channel. Also, I'd be very grateful if you could like this video and hit that notification bell. If you do that, you'll continue to receive lots more rubbish just like this.